Hey guys, Friday morning, up and at 'em. Out here doing it. Woke up this morning, the old brain was saying stay in bed. My wife's got the day off. My kids are off from college and school. And real easy to just like not hearing kind of movement in the morning, and then, you know, that would kind of twig me to be like, okay, start getting ready to get up. And then when you don't have that, it's like, oh, maybe I'll just lay in bed. But no. You got to get out there, guys. You got to get out there and do it. Otherwise, the old mind will start taking over. That subconscious will start taking over, telling you things you don't want to hear. So up I got, grabbed my shit, put it on, and got out there. But today I wanted to talk about comfort, because, tell you the truth, guys, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. You know, there's a certain amount of discomfort when it comes to growing with anything, body and mind, right? I mean, I know when I was throwing weights around in the gym, I would look for that discomfort, I would look for that pressure, I would look for that day after effect when you're kind of aching and hurting a little bit, because that's the sign of growth as well. Yeah, it's inflammation because you're tearing the muscle down. But if you don't tear the muscle down, the muscle fibers don't grow back stronger. It's the only way to do it. So if you stay where you're just lifting the same weight every day, doing the same routine every day, and you're comfortable doing that, are you growing? Are you reaching your goals? Are you finding that you're getting to where you want to get to as far as weight lifted and things like that? You're not going to see it. Sure, not going to see it in the mirror. If you look in the bodybuilding, you're looking in the mirror. If you're doing the same routine, you're doing the same thing every day, you're not growing, guys. You're not growing. And that goes for the mind too. A little discomfort. We go back the other way, because I tell you what, we got the old lawnmowers again, and it's coming right towards me. So I'm going to turn around and go back this way. But anyway, you've got to have a certain amount of discomfort up here. It's no good keeping on doing the comfortable thing for your mind. We have to face that little bit of uncertainty, the unknown, the space between you and it, whatever that it may be. Whether that's a goal in the gym, whether that's something you want to start up, small business, whether it's somewhere you want to get to. It's a matter of, let me stand over here. It's a matter of putting the time, putting the effort, and being uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfort. We don't want it, we don't like it, so we avoid it. But why do we avoid it? Because it's uncomfortable, right? But again, there's some places we go within our minds that, unless it's uncomfortable, we're not going to grow. Push yourself a little bit. Get yourself out there. You want to learn something? You've got to be uncomfortable in the learning process of it. The pieces, parts where you may try something and may not quite get there. So you get up and you try it again. You may not get there again. But what are you doing? You're learning. Each piece, each time that you may drop, each time that you may not quite make it, you're learning something. You pick that up and you take that with you and you go and do it again. Because you know you're not going to do what you did before. And yeah, you may drop again. But if you do, you get up, you learn, and you go forward. Yes, there's pain involved. There's the thoughts of, I failed, but you didn't fail. Because you're getting up and doing it again. There ain't no failure if you're getting up and doing it again. How can you fail? At some stage you're going to get it. I knew a girl back in England that couldn't pass her driving test. Well, I say couldn't, because she did in the end. But she must have taken her driving test maybe, I don't know, 8 times. She was always taking her driving test. But she didn't give up. She kept going. She kept going. She got it in the end. So how did she fail? She didn't fail at the goal. She got the goal. But it took the times when she didn't get it, where she was, not feeling too good about it, I'm sure. If you put the amount of energy into your mind that you put into the body in the gym, you wouldn't have much problems. It takes work. It takes going to those places that may hurt, that we don't want to go to. If you think some of these bodybuilders are in that gym and their trainer's saying, come on, we got to lift that extra £5, it might be, to some just £5. But if they're exhausted and they've been pushing that muscle to the limit, and then someone suggests an extra £5 to grow, if they decide that they're not going to try that extra £5, they ain't going to grow. They're not going to win the competitions. They're not going to exceed. So you've got to put up with that little bit of not wanting maybe to do something. I didn't want to get out really. I wanted to stay in bed. I could have quite easily laid there, gone back to sleep and stayed in bed. But then how am I going to feel when I wake up and knowing that I didn't get my running shoes on, I didn't get out there and go for a bit of a run and a walk? How am I going to feel? That's the failing, not doing. If you quit, you fail. If you get up and you keep going, you can't fail. You're going to get it at some point. But you've got to push past the pieces that are uncomfortable. I take cold showers every day. Every day I'm in a cold shower. And yeah, I switch that cold shower on and I feel it and I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I'm stepping out. I'm stepping back a little bit. Button in the mind goes, step in. Step in. That's where the healing is. Stepping into the cold water, not stepping away from it. You've got to put up with some discomfort. And sometimes that means going into the unknown. And to tell you the truth, I think I've said this before, but the unknown, make it your playground. Because the unknown is where all the learning is to get to where you want to go. So don't be afraid of those places that we may not want to go to. Don't be afraid of it. Because that's where the learning is. That's where you're going to learn to be a better you. That's where you're going to learn to go forward, how to get round things, how to use this. Not have this use you using it. And there's only one way to do that. And that's getting it out there and being uncomfortable. So step out of the comfort, guys. Because stepping into the discomfort a little bit can have a big effect in helping you grow. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.